What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Cyhadow, where we talk all things anime, comics, and everything in between. And we got a death battle for y'all today. Now, before we get into this, I know I don't like long intros, but I gotta just state this right now. I'm going to make a part 2 to this video, mainly because I don't want to put the live action Blue Beetle against live action Iron Man, because we do not have enough evidence to support, equal siding when it comes to this death battle. It's not fair to put what we see on the trailer of Blue Beetle versus the whole 10-year run of the MCU Iron Man. So there's that. Make the part 2 later on once we see the movie. So let's get into this. Oh, look at him, he's so cute. First time he's not attacking me today, so I'm feeling actually kind of happy. So basically, when it comes down to it, our death battles, we go over powers and abilities and scenarios. And with that being said, let's get into this. So when it comes down to Blue Beetle, we're mainly talking about Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle because, that's the most popular one, and that's the one that's getting a live action movie, and that's the one that everybody really knows. So when it comes down to it, mainly it's the Blue Beetle scarab that, kind of gives Jaime Reyes being Jaime Reyes, Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. Basically, the scarab was made by the Reach to basically take over planets, and if it didn't take over the planet, it blew the planet up. The scarab can blow up planets. That's basically the main thing we gotta go over. It has the potential, actually not the potential, it can and will blow up a planet. Now, I will say this though, it needs a host, so therefore the Blue Beetle scarab has to latch onto the host nervous system in order for it to, become the Blue Beetle. Now, what I will say is this though, it does have an artificial intelligence or an AI. For some people who don't know what AI is, I just said it, so don't say nothing in the comments. That AI is very important when it really comes down to it. The Blue Beetle scarab is very, very dangerous. Not only does it have it to where you can create anything that you can almost imagine. Now, I will say this though, there are some continuities in universes where the Blue Beetle scarab can do things that the main universe Blue Beetle can or cannot do. We just haven't seen it. So it's a 50-50 shot that the Blue Beetle scarab can do things that the other Blue Beetle scarabs throughout history and other universes can do. So take that with a grain of salt and don't quote me on it. Basically, when it comes down to it, the Blue Beetle scarab can create almost anything that the creator can think of, whether it's blades, guns, energy blasts, sonic disruptors, fucking reach missiles. I don't know, but basically, if you want an arsenal from Call of Duty, that fucking thing has it. The main thing is this though, its weaknesses. Now, granted, is a powerful weapon and one of the most powerful weapons in the entirety of DC, but it does have its weaknesses, mainly ranging from, let's just say, magic. It doesn't have a good amount of knowledge stored in its, hard drive or wherever the fuck it stores knowledge. It doesn't have enough knowledge of magic to actually comprehend it. So when it comes to magic, it's actually its weakness, along with strong magnetic fields. So if Magneto was in this fight, let's just say that thing is fucked. Now, it is resistant to hacking. Basically, if it does get hacked, with the possibility if it ever gets hacked, which is very rare, it basically shuts down. It doesn't say how long it comes back from being shut down, but hypothetically, let's just say it takes like it's a 5-second reboot or something like that. Now, I will state this before we go any further. The Blue Beetle scarab or the Blue Beetle armor cannot be penetrated through just any regular means. It has to be, the Blue Beetle scarab's armor can be penetrated by only Reach technology. If it's not Reach technology, it's not penetrating the armor. So before anybody gets so butthurt in the comments talking about this here and this there, look, I said it. So there's that. Now let's get into Iron Man, because Iron Man is going to be a lot more stressful, and we got a lot of armors to talk about when it comes to Iron Man. Iron Man is considered one of, if not the smartest mind in all of Marvel. You can argue he's the smartest, but out of everybody, you got Dr. Doom, Reed Richards, Tony Stark himself, and then like a bunch of other characters. It's Moon Girl, which I find it weird how they said Moon Girl is the smartest character in all of Marvel, and when they first created her, we're not gonna go into that. That's a whole nother video. When it really comes down to it, Iron Man is more known for his armors. Basically, his regular red armor with the gold highlights, his silver Centurion armor, his stealth armor, his black and gold, his space, Godbuster armor, the what was that one? The Destroyer armor, which technically that one's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to you. He also has Hulkbuster armor, Symbiote armor, not the Symbiote armor from the King in Black storyline, which he does have a armor that hacked a Grendel. Now, here's the thing. Before we get any further into this, I just gotta mention this. The fact that Iron Man was able to hack a Grendel, and for those who don't understand what a Grendel is a symbiote dragon created by Null, who is the creator of the Venom symbiote, mind you. He was able to hack a Grendel. A Grendel doesn't even have technology within it. It's just a fucking symbiote. But the fact that he was able to make a symbiote merge with technology and control that bitch and play Rock'em Sock'em Robot with the other Grendels in the fucking King in Black storyline, look, bruh. Iron Man is a fucking problem. There's also, you know, the Bleeding Edge armor, which is a nanotechnology armor that basically has it to where it can operate like the other one. You know, the other armors to where it can, you know, you can form Hulkbuster, form any other weapons that you can think of. There's a modular armor. It's not the Mark 42, but I'm pretty sure there's a modular armor that has the access to use any other components from other armors into the main armor. So there's that, but mainly Iron Man has so many. And then there's like a reality warping armor that's only in a virtual reality that Iron Man has access to, that he is king of. So anything in that virtual reality, whatever Iron Man wants in that reality, he can have it. But basically, when it comes down to Iron Man, he is a whole fucking problem. Did I forget to mention he has an armor that can kill Celestials? And he hides that bitch on Mars. When it comes down to this death battle, it is a very, very, very hard decision. So I had to think about this because the main things we have to go over is that the Blue Beetle armor cannot be hacked. And if it does have the potential of being hacked, it will just shut down and reboot itself. I'm gonna estimate and say that has a 5-second reboot time before when it shuts down, reboots, starts back up, and whether it's operating again. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But what we really got to go over is the fact that one or two things. If Iron Man can't penetrate the Blue Beetle Scarab's armor because Iron Man does not have access to reach technology for him to penetrate with, when it comes down to it, I'm not too sure on how, you know, adamantium, vibranium, and whatever else would fare against the Blue Beetle Scarab's armor. It probably won't penetrate it, but it probably would do some damage or something like that. But what we really got to go over is that the AI can control the Blue Beetle suit and basically have it to where it can take over if, you know, Jaime wants to or not. So when it really comes down to it, and it's a 50-50 shot that Iron Man can win this. I think he can, but I don't know how he would. If Iron Man gets caught slipping, switching armors, Blue Beetle could sneak in and ending up landing a killing blow. Oh shit, Blue Beetle just won that. Damn, I'm wrong. Okay, so I just realized that Blue Beetle could win this bitch mainly because, since, like I said and it's stated, I really thought Iron Man was gonna win this one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I came into this bitch with a closed mind, and even with all the other thinking through it, I was thinking Iron Man is gonna win this one and blah 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 blah. But looks like he fucking lost. So Blue Beetle's gonna win. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Is my cat still asleep? Yeah, he's still asleep.